Hi guys, I'm back. Today's video is going to get a little bit more personal into my experience in moving from London to New York and even Texas, which is where I now live now. Where I live now. I'm going to talk on what I've acknowledged as some of my biggest struggles and some of my greatest blessings. So before we start this video, the regular like, share, subscribe, and if you have any recommendations as to what else you would like me to share with you guys, please comment down below. Let's get into the video. So to start with is a thought that I've had a couple of times since moving, and this thought is, what would my life have been if I still lived in London? Like, what would it be if I still lived in London? And this thought often comes, and sometimes it kind of puts me down because of the simple fact that things would probably be so much easier. The way I look at it is that being an international student, you have a lot of restrictions. You can't do this, you can't do that. And when I think about it, I'm like, why do I have to go through all these struggles to do such simple and regular things? If I was in London, it's little things that I think about in terms of if I had stayed in London. It kind of comes under the topic of comparing yourself to your peers. That thought only kind of comes when I hop onto Snapchat and I see that like some of my friends are whipping about with their other friends and they're going places and they're posting about it. You look at your peers and instinctively you compare the life that they are living to the life that you're living. I would say comparison has been like, or was rather, like a #1 thing that kind of got to me when I first transitioned to Texas. Actually, not really New York, because I was living it up in New York, but when I moved to Texas, that comparison came into the picture, because Texas is a completely different lifestyle. It's laid back, like you're not really going, there's not a lot to do unless you're downtown, like you're not really going anywhere. You have to be driving, there's no sidewalks, like you have to drive in Texas, there's no questions asked. So I think when I moved to Texas is when like these little things regarding what my friends were doing and Snapchat and the comparisons started to like kick in a bit more, because it was just like, now I actually have a drastic comparison to make in regards to what I'm doing and what my friends are doing. But at the end of the day, I've always seen it as, what is for me is for me. My time will come. What God wants me to have in terms of a career, in terms of a car, in terms of opportunities and success stories will be for me. Like, there's no point me sitting here thinking, oh, them, this, that, me, who, where, when, what, why. Like, there's no point doing that, because what is for me at the end of the day will be for me. Whatever they've got, they've had to go through something to acquire that. I may not be able to go through that same thing. Whatever I have, other people might not be able to have gone through, in terms of even me traveling and being here today. Not a lot of people can just cut and dip from their comfort zone and their people and their familiarity, and that, it is hard in itself. Like, I really couldn't, one day I will explain it, but I can't right now explain how it feels to let go of what you're so used to and what you're so attached to, in order to just start something completely new in a different place and do it twice. Not even once, twice. Do you get what I'm saying? So you have to realize what's for you is for you, what's for me is for me. That's it. There's just no questions about it. That's just it. One of my main struggles for me, because of the type of person that I am, was kind of not being able to be there for some of like the biggest moments of my friends and family's lives. Like my cousin having her baby boy, my best friend's 16th, like just little things that when I look back, I'm like, I'm not gonna have memories for that. I'm not gonna have pictures. I'm not gonna have anything to say for me being there. Which is why now I really try my hardest to make it a big thing to be there for people who I care about, like their birthdays, my godson's first birthday coming up, like just little things, because I know that when I look back on life, I'll feel more fulfilled being able to say, you know, I have a memory of that with somebody, not a picture from my Snap memory, like a physical memory in my brain that I can remember, and I can look back and I can recite a story and be like, no, this is what happened, this is what we did, like this is how I felt. I feel it all in my brain after the fact. Do you get what I'm saying? So like for me, it's building memories. It's building memories. So I would definitely say that's one of my biggest struggles. Okay, let me explain Texas to you guys. Texas is not like the city. It's not like London. It is not like New York in any kind of way at all. Like, there are less distractions. When you live somewhere that's kind of more countryside based, you actually are forced to get in touch with yourself a little bit more, because it's really only you at the end of the day, as opposed to when you're in the city. It's kind of hard because your friends are popping up every minute. There's always a motive. There's always something to do every 5 seconds, literally, like literally. So I would definitely say one of my biggest blessings have been getting to know myself better. This is probably the biggest blessing, but it came from getting to know myself, was me launching my business, Ella London. For most of you who knows, when I was in New York, when I was in CSI, I had like a fur coat. It was just a coat, but it had like fur on the hood and fur on the sleeves and whatnot, and I wore it, and I kept getting a lot of people saying, your coat is so cute, where'd you get it from? And it was more than like 10 people, and I was like, hold on a minute, instead of me telling you, I could just sell you this coat. Like, I don't even know where that idea came from. Oh, I was in the library one day with my friend Lisi and Daniel, and right then and there I just stopped all my coursework and I just went ham. I set up the business, I set up an account, I text my mom, she sent me money, I bought my first amount of stock, and that was it. I made a flyer. Within like 2 hours I was in the library, boom, the business was up. It was a learning curve, and I'm so happy I did it. It was so much fun. And thank you to everyone that supported me then. My friend Brianna Colvin bought a coat, Ziera bought a coat. I actually wore it on my birthday. That was like an amazing moment for me. I have the picture and I'll put it up if I can find it.
When your friends support your craft. Oh my god. Look at the jackets, y'all.
So that was an amazing moment for me. And then when I got to Texas, I was like, no one wears fur coats out here. It's like 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, who's wearing a fur coat? That's when I was like, okay, I've got to do something else. For now, I was like, let me just do sunglasses. So if you haven't checked out my website, please do. The link is on my Instagram bio. So if you go to Instagram at ella.london, the link is there. These are one of the new ones. I think they might be a bit dirty because, you know, it just happens. Stop, whatever. These are double. Guys, I can't show you my hair right now because I just can't. But these are reflectives. I don't know what they're called on my website, so you're actually just going to have to go find out. But they're in the Savage Mode collection because we're feeling it now. Savage Mode and Sophisticated Modes. These are definitely in the Sophisticated Mode collection with little pearls because, you know, girls love pearls. I mean, I know it's, diamonds are a girl's best friend, but I'm going to change it up. It's actually pearls. I love these. I don't even know what I called these on my website, but I love these. And these have the adjustable nose grips. These are like cyber type, and these come in, I don't know if it's 3 colors or 2, but we've got this aqua shade. The shade is called Aqua on my website. If you go on my website, you type in Aqua. Oh, and there's an orange. There's Aqua and orange. I knew it was 3 colors. I know my stuff. And this is the, I think I'm ready for the orange. This is for the, So I do just really want to encourage anyone, like, no matter where you are, if you've decided to stay in a place that is comfortable to you, if you've upped and outed to a new place, use that space to your advantage. Learn something from it. Everything that you go through in life is a testimony. Ultimately, it's something that you can share with somebody else, and somebody else will receive from it. Like, whether you suffer depression, whether you haven't, good or bad things, it's a story. It's your story that you can use to impact somebody else's life positively. So I just really want to encourage, like, no matter where you are or what you're going through, just start to think about the things that you've actually done and accomplished, and actually the things that you've had to go through and cry through and suffer through and strive through, and what has come of it now. Whether you're at uni, whether you're at college, whether you're in secondary school, you've all got something in your heart, in your pocket, that is your story that you've identified with, that somebody else will identify with. It doesn't matter how big or small. I just really hope that somebody received from what I had to say today. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, drop them in the description box, the comment box down below. You can DM me at ella.london. I'm really easy to talk to, like, I'm really social. Even if you, like, if you want me to pray for you, if you have any questions, like if you're going through something, you just want to talk about it, like I'm your girl. Like I really have nothing to hide. Like I will openly discuss everything with you. Hit me up if you want to talk. Don't be afraid, just give me a call, cause I'm your girl. I'm on the line. I'll pick up your call anytime. Hey.